Hi everyone, I'm Max, P2P and crowd investor, and in this video I want to give you an update about my own Crowdestor portfolio. So it's been 2.5 months since my introduction to my Crowdestor portfolio, and it has happened really a lot. And that's mainly because of the new secondary market on Crowdestor. So I've been one of the persons who has invested a lot on the secondary market. Secondary market means that you can trade your own loans with other investors. So you can give a discount or a premium, and you can sell loans or you can buy loans from other investors, and therefore you can exit bad loans and eventually exit Crowdestor at all if you sell everything. But on the other hand, there are huge opportunities for the investors who maybe take the risk and get some good discounts on loans that they trust on. And for me it was a chance to invest and reach profits far beyond the primary market. And so let's see what I did. So let's have a look into my portfolio. You see, I have on the left hand side my old portfolio, like 2.5 months ago, for which I have made my first video about my own portfolio. And on the right hand side I have my current portfolio composition. So altogether, I have increased my investments, as you can see, from 113,000 to more than 170,000. And most of this difference comes from investments into the secondary market. My average interest rate of all my projects is around 21%. And some of the projects come with a success fee, which is unclear how much it will be. Maybe a lot, maybe not so much. So it's a factor X involved as well. You can see that most of my money has gone to Crowdestor special projects. For the SMEs and for the real estate, the volume has decreased a little bit. For the SMEs, mainly because of repayments of SME projects. So if you look in detail on the projects, you can see the fertilizer. There has been some partly repayment, but it's still, most of it is delayed, which comes from still unused funds that Crowdestor paid back to the investors. So the borrower didn't use all the funds collected, and also investors have to be patient and wait. Then as you can see, I invested a lot more on Warhunt movie, especially in the secondary market. I bought a lot of Warhunt loans, and it comes also with a success fee. And we will see how much interest I can gain. And the repayment will be by the end of the year, or maybe beginning of next year, when the movie will be sold. Then in fur processing, I bought a little bit. I actually bought more, but I traded also fur processing loans. So you see a little increase here. The biomass heating plant, it's Yannis Timas project. I also increased my investments a little bit on the secondary market. Then for the forest land investment projects, I increased a lot, and it's also supposed to be repaid by end of November. So yes, we will see if that will happen. And there's also a small success fee attached So yeah, I'm curious how much interest I will get in the end. Yeah, consumer loan portfolio has been partly repaid, like half of it has been repaid. So in total, I have more than 9,000 euros in initial principal invested, and my status right now it's like 4,700 almost, which is the rest of the principal. Yeah, Colegio, also a real estate project directly from Crowdestor, is delayed. There's a refinancing round for the interest payments going on right now. Government medical supply, I actually sold part of it, and yeah, to have free funds for other investments, and some of it has been repaid already. So it's going quite well. The other rounds are about to be repaid as well. And new projects from this company, Diaflux, will be launched soon. Leasing loan portfolio, it's the same borrower like consumer loan portfolio, and everything is going fine. Yeah, Mafia Wars, Dystopia Rebels, I increased also a lot in the first 2 rounds, and it's supposed to be repaid in January, February. And yeah, there's gonna be a success fee as well, and I'm curious how this will turn out. We will see. It's a mobile game, so maybe it benefits from from the corona virus. Then Foodex Tokyo is rescheduled to March. So we have to, I wrote with the borrower, and he said, okay, he will pay back the loan, but after the Foodex exhibition has taken place. Yeah, then just almost the same amount in largest plant, just 100 more on the secondary market that I bought. Then some SME, some of them are partly repaid and now delayed. Some are going fine. So you see children toys or residential construction services, event management, industrial machinery, car rental, beach volleyball center. They are delayed right now, but also partly repaid. So I'm still hoping Crowdestor will get a good solution with the borrowers and they can repay. Maybe the loan can get restructured, but it's an ongoing process, and I will see how Crowdestor will deal with that. But it's just a small exposition for me, and just to keep monitoring how things are going in the SME area. But some of them are also going well, like the business consulting or the retail sales. Yes, then Mirror Street is delayed, but there's gonna be voting solutions for the investors, so some might be able to swap into equity in Mirror Street. There is additional funds needed to finish this project, and Crowdestor wants to raise these funds and finish it, and so investors have to be patient on this one. Then I bought a lot of equity campaign, like equity from all equity rounds in the secondary market, so I can become equity owner of Crowdestor. Renewable energy is going to be repaid this year. I bought a little bit, and it's also forest loan. And I even invested in some heavy delays in Bounty Resort and beverage distributor, and I will see how that will turn out. Maybe I trade them again in the secondary market, depends. So my strategy, has adapted a little bit. So in the past month I had a very strong focus on good discounts on the secondary market. Right now discounts have become very rare because there's now a fee, 2.5% fee for trading in the secondary market. And yeah, the offers decreased every day. So people are more focusing on the primary market again. So I will see if I will go on with that in the next month. Then I definitely will put a focus on the Crowdestor energy holding. I still believe that the energy projects are the most safe ones and are the most reliable ones. They are directly controlled by Yanis Timmer, the CEO, and he has his core competences in the energy sector. He's having his own energy plant. He knows about the market, and he's an insider. So I will focus my money that comes back into my account from all the projects, like the War Hunt, like the forest projects. All of them, I will collect them and invest them in the energy holding. So maybe it will be 100,000, maybe it will be much more that I will invest. By the end of this year, beginning of next year, depending when the money will come back. And I will put them in the energy holding. And I will also focus on reliable borrowers like Diaflux, who did the medical government contract and is doing a good job. So they will offer more deals on Crowdestor, and this is also very interesting for me. So as you can see, although I have a lot of delays and I'm eventually even losing money on some of my loans, I'm still quite patient, and I still have trust that Crowdestor will manage my loans in a good way and get the most out of it that is possible. And I'm still increasing my investments, and I hope for positive outcome. So if you're curious what will happen with my portfolio, if the loans will all end well, maybe in this year or beginning next year, how much I will ultimately invest into the holding, then you should subscribe my channel to see my new updates, which I will present to you. And if you like my video, I will be happy if you give a thumbs up. And if you have questions, you can just write a comment or write me directly on my email address, which is p2p&crowdinvestor@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So see you next time.